Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, July 14, 2025, suggest some twists and curveballs. Fans can expect Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, to issue a desperate plea. Meanwhile, it appears that Leigh Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, is taking matters into her own hands. Let's start off with Bill, who has just learned about his son being shot. The Spencer publishing mogul has arrived at the hospital, expecting to see Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. However, he is being blocked by Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missinswood, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Bill will continue to plead with them to let him see Liam. While Steffy blames Bill for Liam's shooting, she doesn't have the power to stop the visit. It really depends on who is already on Liam's banned and approved list. So the hospital might allow Bill to see Liam anyway. It also appears that Lai might make a bold move regarding Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Lai was horrified by Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, claiming she is glad her daughter is dead. Lai was horrified and said that with a mother like that, Luna never stood a chance. It's also curious that Lai claimed that Luna died in recovery. When Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, left the operating room, Lai was with a still-alive Luna. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the next episode reveal that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Steffy will continue to pray for Liam to wake up. This is a nice moment for the two rivals to bond. Now there is one hole in this story, and that's the brain tumor. Steffy almost told Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, the truth about Liam's brain tumor. However, Bill's arrival interrupted the confession. There will also be Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, who has been acting pushy about Liam accepting the new treatment. However, Grace also acted weird when John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, went to operate on Liam after the shooting. There were also those harassing messages that Grace was dealing with. So does Liam even have a tumor at all? Grace is a nice lady, so she's clearly being blackmailed or threatened. Who is the villain in this story, and what's their end goal? As a new week begins in the bold and the beautiful, Monday, July 14 brings emotional chaos, horrifying confessions, and desperate prayers. While Bill Spencer struggles to hold together the fraying pieces of his shattered family, Dr. Leigh Finnegan finds herself cornered by the weight of a terrible secret. Meanwhile, Hope Logan prays for a sign, any sign, that her fractured life can be mended, both professionally and personally. The lives of the Forresters, Spencers, and Finnegans teeter on the edge of transformation as dark truths, wounded pride, and impossible choices converge. Bill's desperate plea, the father who refuses to let go. Following the devastating revelation that Luna Nozawa may have been responsible for Liam Spencer's medical crisis, Bill Spencer is spiraling. Though Liam lies unconscious, barely clinging to life, Bill refuses to believe his son's condition is irreversible. Having lost time with Liam in the past, the thought of losing him now is unthinkable. As he stands vigil by his son's hospital bed, a hollow echo fills the room, one that speaks of regret, rage, and desperation. Bill's eyes are red-rimmed from exhaustion. He has not slept, not really eaten, and certainly not stopped replaying every moment that led to this point. And now, in a moment so vulnerable it would stun his rivals, Bill drops to his knees beside the hospital bed and begs. "I don't care about who's to blame. I just want my son back," he whispers. "You hear me, Liam? I need you. Your boys need you. And if you can't come back for me, come back for them." But behind the scenes, his desperation fuels something more dangerous. Bill is determined to uncover the truth, even if it means facing his own family's ugly dysfunctions. And that brings him straight to Leigh Finnegan. Leigh's mortifying sin, the past returns to haunt her. Leigh has always lived her life by principles, order, precision, and control. But her choices regarding Luna, and her suppression of medical information, now come back to haunt her in horrifying fashion. After weeks of subtle manipulations and omissions, the truth is clawing its way to the surface. When Bill corners Lai in the hallway of the hospital, he demands answers. "What aren't you telling me, Lee?" he hisses. "I know the signs. I've lied and covered things up plenty in my life. And you're hiding something." Lai tries to maintain her composure, but her hands tremble and her voice falters. The truth. She suppressed crucial information that may have led to Luna being wrongly blamed. She had her reasons: family protection, emotional blackmail from Poppy, even fear of losing professional credibility. But now none of them matter. Her silence may have altered lives forever. The moment Bill realizes just how deep the deception runs, the room spins. "You knew," he growls. "You knew and you said nothing? You let me nearly destroy my own daughter?" "I didn't know for sure," Lai stammers. "And I was afraid. I didn't know what Luna would do, what Finn might do." Bill explodes. "You don't get to decide what the rest of us do with the truth. This isn't just a misstep. For Lai, it's a soul-staining sin that could destroy her relationship with Finn, her medical reputation, and what's left of her already fragile connection to Bill. Worse, it may irrevocably damn Luna, who is still reeling from everything she's lost." Luna's breakdown. Alone, hated, and broken. Luna, once the darling of the Forrester family, is now an outcast. With Finn avoiding her, Steffi throwing venom her way, and the Forresters' fashion world closing ranks against her, she's left with no one. Her mother Poppy is emotionally destroyed, too ashamed to even show her face at the hospital. The only person who hasn't turned away completely is Hope. Alone in a hospital waiting room, Luna stares at the vending machine but sees only static. The burden of guilt, of isolation, of being hated for something she barely understands, bears down on her. In a raw, heartbreaking moment, she crumples to the floor and sobs. But that moment doesn't go unseen. Hope finds her there and sits silently beside her. There are no words, just two women wrecked by different storms, but understanding each other perfectly. "You don't have to say anything," Hope murmurs. "But I'm not going to let you be alone." Hope prays. Redemption, career, and a broken heart. Hope Logan is facing more than just heartbreak. After being ousted from Forrester Creations and cast aside by Thomas, her once promising future lies in tatters. But it's not only the collapse of her romantic life that has left her adrift, it's the erosion of purpose. Hope for the future, her brainchild, is shelved. Her name, once synonymous with innovation and hopefulness, has become a whisper in the industry. But Monday's episode finds Hope on her knees, not in defeat, but in prayer. She lights a candle at the chapel inside the hospital. With her eyes closed and her hands trembling, she speaks aloud. "God, I know I've made mistakes. I've trusted the wrong people, given my heart away too easily. But I want to do better, for my children, for myself. Show me the way. I need a sign. Something to tell me that this isn't all falling apart for nothing." It's not just a prayer. It's a turning point. Hope isn't asking for a man, she's asking for a purpose. Little does she know, that purpose may be closer than she thinks. Steffi's ultimatum. Protecting Finn, blaming Luna. Meanwhile, Steffi Forrester has one goal: protect Finn at all costs. She believes Luna is a toxic influence who nearly tore her husband apart and possibly harmed Liam. She sees no room for redemption, no gray area. "You want forgiveness?" Steffi scoffs when confronted by Poppy. "Tell your daughter to leave town. That's the only way this ends peacefully." Poppy, riddled with shame and grief, offers no defense. Her silence is interpreted as guilt, further solidifying Steffi's belief that the Nozawas are a threat to everything she holds dear. But Finn, torn between anger, guilt, and the fragments of love he still feels for Luna, begins to doubt everything. What if Luna isn't responsible for Liam's injuries? What if Lai or even Steffi manipulated the narrative? His medical instincts scream that something is off. But Steffi's unrelenting pressure to sever ties with Luna threatens to cloud his judgment. A twist in the test results. Later in the episode, Dr. Bridget Forrester returns with Liam's test results, and something doesn't add up. A compound found in Liam's system doesn't match Luna's supposed prescription. Are you saying Luna didn't drug him? Finn asks, shocked. I'm saying, we can't rule out the possibility that someone else did. Bridget replies carefully. This could be the twist that flips the entire narrative. If Luna didn't cause Liam's collapse, who did? Was there someone else with motive, someone who saw Liam as an obstacle? As Bill processes the new information, the fire in his eyes reignites. Then we find out who really did this, he says with deadly determination. Coming up this week, Fallout and Redemption. Monday's episode sets the stage for a dramatic week ahead on The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope receives an unexpected offer. But will it be from Ridge, Bill, or someone even more surprising? Bill confronts Steffi over her role in pushing Finn and Luna apart. Finn questions his mother's ethics and his own sanity for believing her so blindly. Liv faces a hospital inquiry, and the board wants answers. Poppy disappears, leaving behind a letter that shocks everyone. Final thoughts. A reckoning begins. As Monday, July 14 unfolds, the emotional stakes are as high as ever. This is a day of reckoning, of desperate prayers, gut-wrenching confrontations, and the spark of long-needed clarity. While Bill pleads for his son's life and Hope searches for a new purpose, Liv faces consequences she never imagined. And Luna, she may be innocent after all, but redemption has never looked so far away. And yet, in the world of the bold and the beautiful, redemption is always just one miracle away. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTF UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.